Hi you guys, today we're going to talk about parallel lines and transversals. And in this first part top right here, I've given you all the topics we're going to talk about. Talk about corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent with parallel lines. Alternate interior angles are congruent with parallel lines. Notice we used a nice angle symbol for it and congruent symbol there. Alternate exterior angles are also congruent. Notice that's three sets of congruent angles. And then we get to consecutive interior, which are also known as same side angles. Those are supplementary. As a bonus here, then we've got also same side exterior angles are supplementary as well. So we'll get to the first setup right here. We've got corresponding angles. Now the corresponding angles here, my parallel lines, I know that they're parallel because I've got the arrows on them. So my purple lines are parallel there. My corresponding angles already marked are this angle here and this angle here. That's just one pair of corresponding angles. Here's another pair of corresponding angles. I can go to that angle here and this angle here. I could go this angle to this angle, and I could go to this angle here and to that angle there. So I've got four sets of corresponding angles, which looks very messy right now, but when we look at the example right here, if this is 53 degrees, its corresponding angle, notice it's on the same side of the transversal, and one is on the inside and one is on the outside of the parallel line. So that's 53 degrees right there. So same example over here, this is 121 degrees here, so that is 121 degrees right there. Now we get to alternate interior angles. So between my parallel lines, the blue angles, double angle marks there, those are alternate interior. Notice they alternate the side of the transversal right there. And then the red pair of angles are congruent. So same type of process, we're looking at just a different relationship. So on the inside here, alternate interior, this is also 40 degrees. Now, I didn't give you an interior angle right here. We've got to remember that I've got a straight line right here, my transversal, which I'll take away right now. Straight line angles add up to 180, so 180 minus 130, that's 50 degrees right there. But if this angle is 50 degrees, we know the alternate interior to that one is also 50 degrees. So sometimes you're not given what you're looking for. You actually have to do kind of two mini problems within one to find the angle that you really need. Here are the alternate exterior angles. Again, my parallel lines. Now we're on the outside of the parallel lines, so blue to blue, and the alternate side of the transversal, and red to red. So if that's 150 out here, this is 150 degrees out there. Now I could have done this with problems up above, but we didn't need to do too many. This time, I know that this angle is congruent to this one. Well, they didn't give me an angle measure, they gave me expressions. Well, that's okay, just like in previous problems. I know I can set these equal to each other. So I subtract 2x from both sides. I get 10 is equal to 2x minus 90. I add 90 to both sides. And I get, my pen does not want to work. I get 2x equals 100. Divide both sides by 2. And I get x equals 50. Now one of two things I could do right here. I could be done with the problem if it said, hey, what's the value of the variable? Or it might say, give me the measure of the angle. So I take the 50 and plug it back in. 2 times 50 here. And then plus 10. So 2 times 50 is 100. 100 plus 10 is 110 if they ask for the angle measure. The next relationship we have is consecutive interior, again also known as same side interior. Notice it's on the interior of the parallel lines and they're on the same side of the transversal. This time they don't equal each other, they actually add to 180. They are supplementary. So the green plus the blue right here is 180. I could also have angle A plus angle B equal 180 degrees. So the confusion happens a lot as people will say, oh, this is 120 degrees right here. Well, that's not true for this angle. 180 minus 120, we know that's 60 degrees right there. Now, we could apply our other information, no alternate exterior, so if this is 60, we know that's 60. I could also say, here I've got a line right here. Well, these two have to add to 180 as well, so 180 minus this 120 gives me the 60 right here. And then again, alternate interior, that is also 120. And just like the problem up above, be very careful. These are same side interior, consecutive interior, so they add to 180. So 14x plus 65 plus 6x plus 15 equals 180. Now notice they're on the same side of the equal sign. I tell my algebra students, put down a dashed line on the equal sign. It shows me that the 14x and the 6x, they're on the same side, so that's 20x. 65 plus 15, that's 80, equals 180. Subtract 80 from both sides. Those are gone. 20x equals 100. Divide both sides by 20. And x equals 50. Now again, the problem might say, what's the value of the variable? Then you're done. If not, find the measures of the angles, take that 50, plug it in. 6 times 50, I'm sorry, not 50, my mistake. How about 5? That works a lot better. Take 6 times 5, that's 30, 30 plus 5, so that's 45 degrees right here. And then you can either do 180 minus 45 is 135, or you can plug in the 5 and see that 14 times 5 plus 65 is 135. And the last little bonus information here, the consecutive exterior or the same side exterior, notice they're on the, I'm looking at this angle here and this angle, they're on the same side of the transversal, but now they're on the outside. These are also supplementary, so 180 minus 32, this would be 48 degrees out there. So sometimes they're going to give you a problem like this and say, here's 33 degrees, find all of the angle measures in here. You can apply any relationship you want to alternate interior, that's 33. Consecutive interior, same side interior, so 180 minus 33, that's 147. But if that's 147, we know that's 147. And then still remember, this is a line right here, so these two angles add to 180, so 180 minus 33, 147. You could also apply vertical angles right here. That's 147. That's 33. And then alternate exterior, 33 here, 33 there, and 147 here because 147 there. And then last type you're going to see is this. Oh, lots of markings down here. We'll take those away for a second. This line is parallel to this one. They don't give you any angle measures. Now we've got to see, ooh, we got a right angle right there. So alternate interior means that's a right angle as well. But again, these two add up to 180, so 180 minus 90, that's a right angle. Alternate interior, that's a right angle. Vertical angles, right angle, I can make all these right angles for that one, for a special situation as far as the parallel lines and transversals are concerned.